Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's early Saturday morning, December 20th. We'll get right into it. We have power for Edhc. Steerfield Hoyle should be turned. Headed to connect to their train. Pretty busy day today. I'm trying something out. I added some timetables. Make things a little more interesting. So, we'll check it out. We're gonna connect to our train. That's the first train headed out. And yeah, sit back, grab your favorite beverage, relax. Hopefully enjoy the show for the operation. So they got clearance to head out. They're headed southbound. So that ex-Conrail GP9 is going to be headed to the shop. I think it needs a tune-up. In the video it needs a tune-up, but in reality I believe I might have a loose wire somewhere on one of the wheel sets. So I did clean the wheels. However, using my tidy track, I don't think it actually did a thorough job. So anyways, clean it up. On its way back, you'll just see the 1701 pulling the train back to the yard. So we're going through Deerfield, Mass now, or South Deerfield, and they're headed on their way to Hoyle, Mass. And we have some yard work going on the west end. We are building Edmo, East Deerfield's Mechanicville, which will be led by CSX SD50 when they're ready to go. They took the train that's on track number 4 there, the CP rail. That is Edbf, and their train is all set. They're just waiting on the time to leave. So we're just pretty much getting all our cars ready to build Edmo. Yeah, so I did this video like in the span of pretty much the first week of December. Been under the weather. Well, I was under the weather. I'm starting to feel better now, but I had a nasty cold. Rail Lady 2020 had a nasty cold. She had an upper respiratory infection. She had to get put on antibiotics. I was on antibiotics for a sinus infection, which might be actually viral because it's still kind of hanging around. But I mean, I feel better. I'm just, this cold just seems like it's taking its sweet time leaving. It's kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do, right? We live in a world of germs. So anyways, feeling better. Thankfully there hasn't been any major snowstorms, so I've been able to get some rest and just do some light duty stuff. But we're looking at some light snow on Tuesday, which could bring us 1 to 2 inches, and I usually don't go out unless there's 2 inches. So But then again, that's if the client requests that I come out, and just kind of do a quick shovel, that's fine. I mean, it's money in the pocket, so. But anyways, still working on Edmo. Build this train up. So, Christmas is coming. I hope everybody has some time off to enjoy the holiday, and with family and friends. I don't have anything major planned. Real Lady 2020 works. She works in a hospital, so she actually has to work Christmas Day. So we're gonna do something with the family. Christmas Eve with one part of the family, and then the day after Christmas we're gonna go do something else with the other part of the family. So it's kind of crazy, but it's alright. At least we get to today. So. And right now I believe we're just doing some engine moves. That's going to be the power for Edmo when they're ready. East End switcher is, I believe, they are going to pick up the sand car on, yep, fuel truck number 1. And they're going to do a little run around and connect it to some cars on track 2 or 3. So they grabbed that. Okay, so that's connected. They're going to shove the train down the track a little bit. Shove it, shove it. So I made my first static grass applicator yesterday, Friday, and pretty impressed with it. I ordered just a couple packages of static grass from Yankee Dabbler. I've never done static grass before, and so I was looking up how to make your own, static grass applicator, blah blah blah. So I had a couple of bugs rackets. I bought a pair of them at Big Lots, beginning of the probably during early summer, and yeah, I was able to find a video on how to make an applicator, and came out great. We did a little test on a corner of the layout. It's pretty cool. So I look forward to getting into that. There's the power for Edbf, East Deerfield, Bellows Falls. We got some cars for Beaver Lumber and some cars for Water Street Freight Terminal. There's the switch list. And they're going to be making their way out. So they are leaving the yard, heading north. And now we have Providence and Worcester Interchange returning from their duties. Going on, I believe, track 2. The SD26 pulling the train, BERX. I need to put the symbol on that. Decided to do some different shots, different angles, things coming in and leaving. Kind of like this shot, almost like a drone view. Similar to that, this view right here. So the crew from PWIC disconnected from the train. They are going to head to the shop for inspection. They're going to shop track number 1. Fairly busy day today here at the Berkshire or CSX Berkshire and Eastern Railway. A little more yard work going on. So we have the first 5 cars of this returning PWIC train is going to be going to Edmo, and that will complete Edmo's train. Okay, now you'll see to the bottom right the power for Edmo sliding around on the runaround track, or track number 6. Getting ready to pass the old tower, which I actually just found some news about that tower. Well, not the tower itself, but the area that next to that tower. I believe they're putting in a transload track or 2. I'm not exactly sure, but I just watched a video on YouTube last night, and it's about what's going on with the Pan Am Railway, or the ex-Pan Am Railway and whatnot. So anyways, So they're going to connect to the train, and then they're going to head out. This dispatch has cleared them, and they are headed westbound to New York. Okay, now we're back in Deerfield, Mass. Amtrak's flying by, cruising by. Can't really say they're flying by, right? Edhc is going to give them some time to get ahead of them, and then they will depart. Looks like they got a green light, clear signal. Okay, so they're going to take off and head back to the East Deerfield Yard, northbound. Alright, everybody. Well, I'll take this time to thank you all for stopping by. I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of the show. Happy modeling. Real Fan Man signing out.